your blessings, ignore the love fears. Oh, this means war. It's been a bad day. Please don't take a picture.
Yes! And then I'll put the guest in.
Hello. Hello. Where is he?
I'm gonna there.
Hey!
Tommy!
Hey!
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Ideal Home Show.
That's it. That's what it's called.
9 PM.
That's what it's called.
I nearly called it the Let's Vape podcast.
What's that then? What is a Let's Vape?
I don't know. Welcome. We have with us Rick, modmaker.co.uk, Groves,
Oh.
John, what do you fancy? Half a mild. God, I can't follow through with that.
It's quite funny.
And Big Tom from YouTube.
What's going on, guys?
No Gary this week. He's
Gary's fighting.
He's got an MMA
covered in
fight.
blood, hugging another gentleman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sharpened the drain pipe. Ready
We
to
heard,
smoke.
have we heard if he's won yet or not?
No. Fuck, I've just spilled some water all over the floor.
You've been seen in public wearing swimming trunks. Nobody's won.
There's no winners in that scenario.
That was very good.
Let's just get straight into it. John, how's your week been? What do you have for tea?
What
What you doing later? And what you vaping?
I had a paella. It's very good.
Oh,
I'm glad to hear you pronounce it properly, John, because a lot of people call it paella.
Yeah, they do.
But,
It's not called that.
but you and I both know that two L's in Spanish is pronounced with a Y.
Yeah, paella. It was good as well. It was nice. Not enough chorizo, but I do like chorizo. I'm just trying to free one of these cans of. It's a bastard. This plastic thing on the top of the punk.
Yeah, it is a pain, isn't it? I've got.
Pain in the arse. Like you're going to use it again. Thanks for that. I'll use that when I'm canning up some my own homemade.
You know what they've done it
Carolina
for? So
burger.
the old seagulls and stuff don't get their necks, get their ring pulls.
But something else could get trapped in that, or it could get stuck up its bum or something. It's terrible. How's my week been? It's been it's been good. I kind of at this time of year I'm kind of getting to the end of the business I help run. We do the budget for 2017, and we closed it today, which is a huge relief for me. And now it's.
Do you have it in a red briefcase, John?
Do I have it in a red briefcase? I always
Yeah,
keep
the
it
budget.
in a red briefcase. Yeah. No, I just keep it on a computer like a normal adult. Unlike, yeah, I just keep it on a computer in an Excel file, and that's all the calculations. Yeah. So that's done. So basically now it's like I kind of downhill till Christmas, really. So that's great. Bit of envelope stuffing, and I'm sort of chilling then for a month, watching Nick Cage movies. I try. If anybody recommends a shit Nicolas Cage movie, I just have to watch it. I just want to see what he'll do. Right. It's my stepdad's birthday tomorrow, the chap I do impressions of. I thought of a really good quote to tell you for his birthday. Oh, I know what it was. Because I knew people enjoyed the quotes from my stepdad.
Immensely.
Once we were talking about reflexology, because his brother is a qualified reflexologist, and I said, yeah, but everyone's a qualified reflexologist. And he said, I don't understand what you mean, son. I said, well, it's not real, is it? So everybody's a qualified reflexologist. Look, he studied, he's done his exams, and he's a qualified reflexologist. I don't know what you mean. I said, well, it's like saying you're a professional psychic. And he said, this is my favourite thing, one of my favourite things he said. He said, good point, some of them are lying. I still like that. Good point, son. Some of them are lying. So, what on that note, what am I vaping on? I have a Dakus flask.
Oh, look.
It's such a shame you can't see it in the light because it's blue. But because on the normal lights you can't see it. It looks black every time I show it, but it's blue with that swamp oak in it.
Bog oak.
Yeah,
Bog
it's not
oak.
a one-on-one clone, is it?
And it's got it's raspberry mint in the Vapor Giant Nano.
Is it?
It makes me laugh, even the idea that you'd say it. It's still funny.
Is it really a nano? We know it isn't really.
Yeah, funny. Made me choke then. Next thing is the billet box Red 4, and in that I have Pebbles by Glass, which I still like a lot. Somebody said, somebody was asking about billet boxes the other day and said, does anybody own a billet box? What do they think of it? And I said, oh, it's great. Well, it's convenient. You can adapt it to however you want to vape, change the atomizer and stuff. And somebody went, not interested, not enough clouds. I don't know what to say. I just went, all right. Good point, I suppose. And last but definitely not by no means least, my Artisan with the next gen on top with the Vaping King slime in it, which is cracking with a beer.
Yeah, I've yet to get stuck into that really. I had a try of slime once, but
you could try some 18 milligram slime near Christmas.
I coughed my ring up. Yeah, be all right.
Yeah. And I've got an Exocet. Oh, that's a funny story actually. Well, I've got an Exocet Hellfire Exocet on the way. My good friend James Najda bought it. He bought 3 actually. He bought one for me, one for Josh Williams from Vape Hype, and one for himself. And he posted that on the Hellfire mods group. He posted a vape mail check with 3 Exocets, and he tagged me and Josh and said vape mail. And the amount of people who went, oh, 3, and it was like, well, do you think that the atomizers are called Josh and John? Because they're probably not. They're probably not. If you can see, there's 3 names, 3 atomizers. He probably bought them because the rest of us were at work, and he was doing us a favour. It's very nice of him. But 3, fucking knobhead.
Bought them all.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Get it.
I fucking die if I can't get one of those.
Yeah. And Darren's still making them, still bunging them out, and that's really, really great. I'm looking forward to the Exocet by Hellfire. And it's not Rose West still, though. It's Atomizer. Richard, how's your week? What we have for dinner and what are you vaping on?
Throwing it straight back, I like your style. I called Sarah a twat this week, and I got called a twat by a lollipop man. So that's a good week, isn't it?
Karma. That's karma. Yeah.
Why did the lollipop man call you a twat?
I said it was a travesty that he doesn't sell lollipops.
I don't even think. Are we just trying to run down children?
He sort of know him a bit. He's not actually. He won the lottery. It's a strange story now, but he won the lottery when he was 50, and he retired and just became a man of the community. So he's got a minibus that he ferries OAPs around in, and he just.
Are they willing or
Oh,
are
he
they
did-
unwilling?
No, it's completely against their will.
He's earned the privilege to call people a twat, then, hasn't he? Let's face it.
Yeah, so he's up for the banter, and so I always try and catch him just to see if he'll throw me some money. But yeah,
How
so
much
he
did he
called me a
win on the
twat.
lottery? I'd really. Was
he
it
said-
a proper win or was it like?
It was a proper win, but it was shared. He wasn't the only winner, so I don't know.
He only got $1 million.
Yeah.
I like the idea that
yeah, a
could
couple,
you imagine
a
you'd
couple.
be the worst lollipop man if you're a millionaire lollipop man? Wouldn't you?
He's quite He is quite laissez-faire about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, could you go and stop? Fuck, I'll do it in a minute.
What's with the ones on Pelican Crossings?
I don't get that, but I don't get people who thank people for stopping at pedestrian crossing. You know, people who walk across and they wave at them, thanks for stopping, or what? What was choice number 2? Run you down. It doesn't make any sense.
I know what you mean. And then
that's like stopping at the crossroads, the traffic lights, and waving the other traffic across. Go for it. Oh,
So did you get the lollipop? Yes or no? Did you get the lollipop?
he didn't have any.
No,
He didn't have it. He pointed out
No
the
chuppa chups.
he pointed out the potential danger of being a lollipop man holding sweets.
Yeah.
Rumors could fly.
and he's got a puppy.
And all the kids call him uncle.
Yeah.
Uncle Lollipop.
They all got done, didn't they? All the ones that you called uncle. About 1990, they rounded them all up.
Yeah, it's not a big village. It probably are. So I got called a twat, and then you should never miss out on the opportunity to call your partner a twat if you get the chance. And Sarah thought she'd been frauded because she saw an unusual transaction on her account. And it turned, after a lot of stress and ringing around and stuff, it turned out to just be some random tat that she'd bought shopping online, you know. She totally forgot she'd done it. And so after making me late for work, I said, "Oh, you twat." So that was quite nice. Nice rounded thing.
Well, everything's equal in the world. Yin yang, isn't it? You called her a twat and you got called a twat. It's all fair.
Yeah, I think so. But what am I vaping on? I'm vaping on this new mod from Anakin. The Chrome.
Dinky little thing. Chrome. It's not Chrome, though. It's white.
Chroma. I think they just...
Oh, Chroma.
You know, like, is it Chumbawamba? Who are called Chumbawamba because that's the first word a monkey typed in a typewriter?
Oh, typewriter, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's how they do the names for mods these days.
Is it spelled with an H, or is it Chroma like Norfolk?
Yeah, K Roma.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
So,
thought
yeah.
crabs in Chroma.
I remember, Rick, you calling this the Nike Air Max of mods.
Well, it looks a bit like a trainer, doesn't it? A bit.
Yeah, well, this is sort of taking that mantle, isn't it? It's almost,
That's the Nike Air Max.
I mean, it's literally got a Nike tick.
The other one can be a Gola now.
Oh, Golan.
That's very apt for that mod, actually. Yeah, so this is their new thing. Comes with a new tank. It looks like an RDA, but it's actually inset, an inset tank. It's their new tank. It's called the Slipstream, and it's the first really good tank they've ever made, in my opinion. Because their entire ISUB line was a bit ropey, and they've done about 100 versions of that, and they've never quite nailed it.
I didn't like the ISUB at all. Everybody was singing its praise. I thought.
Yeah.
Why did you send me one up? It wasn't too bad for a tiny little one. You sent me that little bitty one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the. They had a different name for that one. It was a D20 something.
All right.
But yeah, but the Slipstream tank, I'm really enjoying that tank, and the mod's pretty good. It's got that. It's got the same board as they've used for a bit, that Atheon thing, which is really good. So quite enjoying that. It's already literally every reviewer in the world got them on Wednesday. I want to say Wednesday. There's literally already hundreds of reviews up. So check those out. Go and watch those instead.
Yeah, you don't need to bother doing one then, really, do you?
No, but that doesn't really wash with Anakin.
They check, do they?
They like me to do one anyway.
All right.
What else we got? We got has anyone else tried this? Steve's cake.
No, I've heard of it. I've heard because you've got it. I think Ruby's posted it earlier on Instagram as well.
No.
Yeah. Well, it's Ruby's friend. It's Aaliyah from .mod.
Oh yeah.
So it's the juice company that all the originating .mod people went to instead when the .mod thing went south. And it's So
well, it went east, really, didn't it? Not south.
Yeah, that's true. really far east. So this is Steve's cake. I mentioned it in my vlog last week.
What does Steve taste like? What is a Steve?
It's strawberry cheesecake.
Why is it called Steez then?
It's cool, isn't it? It's hip.
Is that a play on words, strawberry and cheese? Do we think?
Steez, cheese.
Strawberry cheese.
These
Okay.
These hipsters that they have now.
They come up with these names. They're very creative.
They are. They are the creative, these hipsters. When they're not sliding down handrails and stuff.
And getting tattooed and stuff.
There was a great thing today. I saw that said how hipsters were created, and it was a parent looking at a child that just said, "You can be anything you want."
Yeah, so it's really sweet. It's really sweet, and I dripped it, and it was far too sweet. But I've now got it in a tank. I've got it in the S-Toc tank from Vepresso. This is a really solid clearomizer. If you ever get the chance to have a go on one of those, really, really good.
Cleto killer?
No, it's a different animal because it's 35 to 50 watts. Whereas I'd say the Cleto is better over that.
Yeah.
But no, really good. Steez Cake, much better in the tank, much better at lower power. Quite enjoying that now. And lastly, I've got the. This is a candidate for not a nano as well. This is the Merlin Nano, Merlin Mini, but it's 24mm wide anyway. But inside it, I have mango fruit custard.
Was that you were talking about it earlier in the week? And as a fan.
Yes, yeah, it's from Vape. I'm a big fan of their killer custard.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
They make some good juices, actually, don't they? I quite like their stuff.
Yeah, the banana one's really, really good, and the mango one's nice as well. So yes, that's me. Tom, what you got?
Oh, quick, Tom! He's coughing up a furball.
Well, I'm just sat here reminiscing, talking about Steez, because I think that's something you do on your last, but you know what I mean? That's another story. Look at him choking. Bless him. I'm well, Craig did put up in the group earlier this week about the new venture that I've taken, and I've decided to pick up a little squonker.
Yes, heard you've gone to the dark side.
I have. I've also awaiting.
That sounded really bad. It just sounded like a heavy breather. Phone call.
That was really bad. I really thought he was going to say, "How big are your tits?" Then.
Yeah. How big are your tits? Come on, love. I'm not putting another 10p in.
Yeah, I've gone to the dark side. I'm awaiting a Frankie as well and a Noati.
Oh.
So I've decided to go to the dark side fully.
What do you think the Frankie's going to do that the one you've got doesn't do? I mean, it's the same thing.
For me, the reason I picked up the Frankie is because obviously I believe it's better quality than the one I've got at the minute. I wanted something of better quality. Obviously, the 3D is probably a little bit more better than mine because I can see the 3D fucking lines in it. But that's the reason I picked up the Frankie.
They'll probably use that in the next advert. More better. Probably just right across it.
More better.
More better.
You can get a see-through one that says that.
Have you got a tsunami on the top? Is that what you've got on top?
I have, yeah. I literally went and bought a budget squonker with a budget Atty on top and just thought, I want to see what it's like, see if I get on with it. I'm not going to put any money into it until I actually feel like I like it. And I've not put it down since I got it.
And I will say, for the money, the tsunami is a damn good little bottom feeder as well.
Yeah, I just thought I'd give it a shot, give it a go, and I really enjoy it. So I've decided to go all balls out and just go pick something like that.
You don't stick your finger in the hole, don't you? As Paul would say.
He's taking the cap off and dripping.
Yeah, that's it. I just can't be asked.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a little bit of it's obviously, as I say, it's a mech box. You know, it's nothing like a tube or whatever. I just got a little bit excited and thought, yeah, do you know what? I'm going to try it, and I love it. I do like it. So
Yeah, I mean, if you can make good connections with, if there's a good connection, it should hit like a mech does. But you've got a bottle in there as well. What's not to like, really?
So have you adjusted your vape accordingly, Tom? Have you raised your resistance? Have you put your resistance up a little bit, or are you still as you were?
No, I'm still at the same resistance. I've just put my juice up a little bit more.
Nice.
So what have you got? Like 6 milligrams?
No, I've gone to 3 because I was on 1.5.
That's not even. That's not
even nicotine. Get more off it.
Yeah, but I've done it the real way. I've gone down in strength to sort of.
Fuck! I'm not trying to quit. I haven't done it. I'm not on a step program. I don't give a shit.
John vapes 18 milligram menthol pure PG. 100 watts.
18. That's 18.
At 200 watts.
That's that. I could do. Yeah, I could drip 24 at 40 watts. Yeah, no worries.
Iron Lung Martin.
I do that.
Nope. I like my arsehole.
To somebody wanted to quit smoking while we were at the pub. That was funny. Yep. Oh, who's next? Who's next?
Me. What am I vaping? Okay.
What do you have for dinner? And how's your week been?
What am I vaping? Oh, I do. Not in that order though.
Whatever.
How's my week been? Yeah, fine. Same as ever. Busy. I did see a nice video, and it didn't bring it. It made me well up a little bit because I saw this video that Cruz put up, which is Dennis's wife. She put a video. Dennis Cruz, that's from Fat Daddy Vapes. It's got him at the rehab centre, and they're helping him, and he's trying to walk, and he took his first steps
because he had a stroke some months ago, didn't he?
Yeah, he's had a stroke, and he can't walk or talk. Yet he's learning to do all that again. But they were holding him, and he managed to move his leg, which is a progress. It was, I miss him actually. I really miss him. Good luck to you, Dennis. Hopefully he's a strong fella. He'll get there in the end. Hopefully sooner rather than later. But yeah,
good to hear he's doing some progress.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. But yeah, what did I have for dinner? Okay, I had a steak. Tonight. A nice little sirloin steak. Yeah. Vaping wise, oh yes, I'm vaping on the usual Voodoo Brew on a V-God trick tank with a neonal.
Yes, the neonals.
Yeah, you can't really see it there, but it's a neon.
It looks gold in that picture, but yeah, it's a neon. Yeah,
can't see it probably.
These are our latest and greatest, the neons.
Yeah, the neons. So I've nearly run out of them. I've been sending them out. But yeah, I'm on that. What else? I am on. I got a bottle of V-God Cubano, which is a sort of desserty cigar.
Was it all right?
Yeah. Well, do you know what? I tried. My friend Bryn had it. We were in the pub and we were ripping through it. It was lovely. Really nice to have with a pint. I got this bottle and it's not quite as sweet. I'm sure it's not quite as sweet. But no, it is nice. It's really nice to have a change from all the. I vape fruits all day long. It's nice to have something a bit different sometimes. And I am vaping that on the Goon. I've got 2 Goons mixed up there on a secret mod there that I'm not going to tell you about. What else? Okay, yeah, I'm on the Rogue Force on the Rogue with a lovely juice. Got to say, I've had it on before, and I'm just finishing the bottle off, and that is roasted by Code Vapors, and it is like a dead Elvis. It's a roasted peanut and banana, and it's glorious. And on that note, all you lovely people who watch us live, there's a giveaway, and you've got 35 minutes. But what we are giving away, because Nikos from Cyprus is such a lovely fella, he's going to send one of you lucky people this, which is their entire juice range, all the way from sunny Cyprus. So,
but listen to the instructions that Rick's about to give you, because this is only open to people who are watching live.
Listen carefully. Okay, what I'm going to do, right, what you need to do, go to our iOS homepage, go to Files. There's a file in there called Cyprus. And it says something like his very nice in there. What did I say? What did I put? Hang on, I've forgotten now. If you go into the files, there's a file called Cyprus. In that file, I've put is a lovely place. I want you to comment. Yes, it is. Nothing else. Don't type anything else. Just yes, it is. That will enter you into the competition. At 10 o'clock, I'm going to turn off commenting. And behind the scenes, I'm going to do a list. And at the end of the show, I'm going to randomize it. And someone's going to win that box of juice from codevapors.com.
Yep. So go to the Facebook page, go to the top of the page, find files, and find the one that just says Cyprus. It's nice.
Blimey, they're flying in there. I've got 6 already.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, yes, it is. Nothing else, because I've got to copy and paste it and do it quickly behind the scenes. So,
and not only that, we don't want anyone who's not watching it to win.
little loyalty from a lovely fella. But and if you want to try his juices, go to codevapors.com. I can vouch for them. They're really nice. But that roasted is my favourite. It's beautiful, really nice. And with that, that's me done. So we're on to the news now, are we?
Are we on to the news? We're on to the news.
On to your news, John.
Yeah. I've got a couple of things. I'm going to go. This is going to be against the script, but it's fine. It's fine because I'm trying to do 2 things at once, which I'm not very good at. The first thing I'm going to say is that vapingking.co.uk are shifting as from hopefully going to put them out tomorrow. Shifting onto kits. So rather than putting the juice through testing, they're going to go to kits. And so in the kit, you're going to get the VG, PG flavouring and the nicotine. And you can buy fuck me, I'm the worst person to advertise this, aren't I? You can buy a 6 milligram kit, a 3 milligram kit, a 6 milligram kit, a 12 milligram kit, or an 18 milligram kit. And what you'll get in the kit is enough to make up 100 mils of the juice you want to buy. And Billy sent me a message this week and said that he's going to send me a kit, and I'm going to make up that kit live on the show.
Cool. DIY John.
Good.
DIY
so we'll do that. Yeah, I'm going to make that. So I'm trying to find 2 things at once, and as my wife will tell you, I'm not very good at that. Yeah, I found it.
Oh, not there, John.
I'm going to go. Yeah. That's the other thing she says a lot.
That's my armpit.
I've told you, watch those tapes late at night. I'm going to save the last one. You can't see that, so it doesn't make any sense to you. I'm going to go for this is supposed to be funny, and it's the end of an argument with somebody. At the weekend, I'm not even going to. Well, okay. Somebody sent me a PM at the weekend, knowing of my odd sense of humour and the fact that I find some advocacy quite funny. Somebody sent me a message on Friday, and it was about the meeting that's been going on in India. Well, it was going on last week in India with WHO, the World Health Organization, and a UK advocate had made up a poster against WHO, which says, who, I'm not going to show it because I'll explain why, who will be responsible for the deaths of millions? Right? And they put hashtag and then normal. I mean, like, hashtags have always saved the world. And that wasn't it. But in the background, the watermark basically on this poster was a swastika.
Oh, beautiful.
They were comparing the Holocaust to who. I felt this was a little strong. Personally.
2 days towards before Remembrance Day as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was sort of the gist. So I thought I'll join this group. That sounds quite fun. I find the picture that's quite offensive, and I put I'll just read you what I put. So
did I put it up, John? You got pictures?
No, I've only put the PM pictures in there, I think.
Oh, okay.
You should have only got the PM pictures with that. Yeah. I don't want to give the chap any. I'm sure is watching. That's for you. Mm-hmm. So I put, so we're now comparing who to the Nazi regime. Do you not think that's a bit insane? Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they've tried to commit genocide. And
I thought I was going to do a voice on here.
Oh, you are? You're going to read the message.
Okay.
This is just my voice because this is me. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they've tried to commit genocide against an entire race of people, invade any countries, or gassed any disabled people. Have they? That's funny. And they also added, for your information, by Godwin's law, you've also lost your argument with your disgusting analogy. Godwin's law says that at any one time during a discussion about anything on the internet, one will claim that the other one's a Nazi or compare something to something from the Nazi party, and that means you've instantly lost the argument. And the person who made it came back to me with, do you understand what's going on? And I said, what? Here, yep, you've made an incredibly offensive analogy that I feel you should remove. And then it turned into a general mishmash of stuff. And then I ended with, please remember the fallen tomorrow, Remembrance Sunday, who actually fought the oppression of Nazism for us all to have free speech and to be able to make incredibly offensive posters to post on Facebook. Still makes me laugh. And then I was kicked from the group. And now you can post, now you can...
I know, I don't need to post it. I'll just read it out, should I?
Okay, I need to find my replies.
Okay, I'll post it then, all right.
Okay, yeah, I was just going to do my voice. You do. Rick wants to do a voice this week.
Oh, a stereotypical neo-Nazi voice I wanted to do. So
yeah, okay, so he started the conversation with the top one.
No fucking wonder. If I remembered you, you wouldn't have been added, you cheeky twat.
Oh, bless.
You've been removed by...
You too.
If that's the sort of shite you talk, then good riddance.
Riddance. They spelt it wrong. So
Politically correct, idiot. You talked about free speech? Laughable.
That's at the end. What's the next slide, please? Thank you. If you don't understand why you're being offensive, I can't help.
Offensive? Fuck off.
Ghost hug. You can't feel it, but it's there. Sometimes I just want to have a little bit of fun with people who are a bit mental, and that was the thing. And a quick update, I will say, Fergus. No, not Fergus. I do apologise. I got your name wrong. Hold on one second, because I do have an update on something else. Somebody from Vapors in Power did get back to me. Oh, Liam Bryan from Vapors in Power. I read out his article last week, and we asked them if they bought just how many cinema tickets they'd bought for 1 billion lives. Because I felt it wasn't really appropriate. I felt that was getting close to misappropriation of funds. This is the difference between two people, though. The advocate that I was talking to, he told me to fuck myself in various different ways, and Liam, who never did that at all, he came back with the answer to the question. I said who I was, so it's fine. I've just seen your bit on the show when you asked the question. Apologies for not seeing the message before. I had a hunt around Facebook and found it under messenger request, which we all know is a pain in the arse. Anyway, I can confirm that Vapors in Power bought 10 tickets for 1 billion lives in Swansea at approximately £12 each. We've been busy inviting politicians, reporters and health people to attend. Please to answer any more questions. So I thanked him for that. And then I just said, just 2 more questions, if you don't mind. Did any other advocacy groups that you know of bulk reserve tickets for the same showing? And did any of the politicians and health people or reporters accept the invitation to attend? They didn't buy, and Liam said they didn't buy any tickets for Swansea, no, but NNA did buy a similar number for Glasgow. No idea if it was the NNA money or not. And he did confirm that for Swansea, not so far. They invited 20 and no politician, health official or journalist had agreed to come along to the show. But I will say thank you, Liam, for replying, and thank you for not immediately going on the offensive as somebody else did. And I don't care what point you've got. Liam was perfectly amicable. Absolutely no problem with him at all. He answered the question I put to him. I didn't pretend I was anybody else. I didn't when I joined the Facebook group the other day. If you're, this seems like a fucking ridiculous statement to make. If you're comparing something to the Holocaust, you've already lost. If you're not expecting someone to come along and have you on it, you live on another planet that I don't live on and don't wish to live on. People will come along like me and take the piss out of you and think you're an abhorrent shit brains dickhead. That's all
Stay out here, John.
Fuck it. There's just no excuse for it. So done. But Liam was great. Thank you, Liam, for answering. And that's what we said we'd get you, and we did.
Good.
That's the end of that. Last bit for the news. It's not really news. It was just a thing. I can't believe I hadn't already said this. I just put in the notes. Companies not selling 12 or 18 milligram, or sometimes even 6. This is a question for all of you. Where will new vapors go if you only sell 6 and 3?
They'll get
Somewhere
cloudy.
else.
They'll get cloudy, won't they? They'll go straight for 40, 50 watts and be on 3.
Wouldn't work for me. I wouldn't have stopped smoking. I wouldn't have stopped smoking on 3 or 6.
Yeah, but it's different now with more power, isn't it? I mean, you can get a satisfying 3 milligram vape out of a 40 or 50 watt mod or natty, can't you?
You say that, and I know the guy who I'm not going to say his name. The chap who I spoke to, the last person I helped convert to vaping about 2.5 months ago, where he fell down was he was vaping 12 milligram cloudy.
Yeah.
On low watts.
Yeah.
And he fell off the wagon because he dropped.
I think you could give up with 6 personally. I think you get yourself a clean.
I'm only saying it's not much. I'm not saying it's a great analysis, but the guy I know who'd been smoking for 20 years dropped to 6 and ended up smoking a pack of fags the next day, and then he did come back to vaping because he raised the nick. Because the other thing I will say is
everyone's different, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing you shouldn't do, anybody, I don't know if, I know what our audience is, and I know that people are, most people who we're talking to now have been vaping for a while and stuff. But if you do know people who've just begun, what I always say to people is vape as much as you want. Knock yourself out. You're not smoking. If you want to pick it up, pick it up. If you've dropped down to 6, but you still fancy a fag, take it back. If you want to take it back, no one's looking down on you. It shouldn't be a pressurized thing. For fuck's sake, you're not smoking. If you drop down to 6 and you're not getting what you want, go to 12. If you're not getting what you want, hit 18. Just play around. Find the level that works. Sorry, I've turned it into a downer again, but I didn't mean to.
I agree 100% with what you're saying, John, massively. I think a lot of people are pressurised to go into big clouds and high wattages. I think a lot of people are pressured into it, and it should be all down to personal preference and what you enjoy at the end of the day. Yeah,
I think you should just be able to, if you want to get the buzz from nicotine, because I still do. This is 18 in my hand now. I've been vaping 4 years, and it doesn't bother me at all. Because I'm not on a step-down program, I like nicotine, so I'm just going to keep using it.
Yeah. Your shop's got a nice mix, hasn't it, Tom?
We do everything from 18 all the way down to 1.5.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So we do absolutely everything.
Yeah.
I'd never recommend somebody to start on 18 unless they were a 40-plus smoker. But John, are you smoking heavily when you smoke?
Yeah, I have no problem with that. I mean, I'd smoke a minimum of 20 a day. And I know when I used to fix arcade machines for a living, I used to smoke 48 because you get 2 packs of Royals, 24. So 48. 4-3.
I think that's, as you say, people are pressurised and sort of people don't want to sell 18s or 12s because it's not their sort of market. Okay, I get that, but at the end of the day, what you're doing is you're missing out a massive market who actually wants to get into vaping, and they haven't got that opportunity to do that. And the only thing they're going to do is go somewhere else.
And the other thing, when I'm in my mates, we're still, because there is still this, you know, when people talk about percentages, I do hear this being this sort of misrepresentation of the vaping in the UK. The vast majority of people don't watch shows like this, don't know about the YouTube community, don't know about vaping community, and they're using C5s and blah, 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 and they're vaping their tobaccos and their menthols, and they're on 18 milligram or 12 milligram in a Clearo on a pen. That's the truth of it. You're the, you know, fantastic. I was going to say, the 5%, it's probably more like 10% now, but you're losing a massive market. To me, if you're only doing, when I've seen people who are only doing 3, I just don't even know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, you are. Let's be honest, people in the industry for the right reasons and the wrong reasons. Let's be honest, that's a stupid decision as a businessman to decide I'm only going to get in for that market when there is a huge other market that you necessarily might not be involved in.
Yeah,
I just don't get why anybody would sell just 3.
I don't get that. And if I go on the site, I literally click on it and go, no. And that's it, gone. I don't give a shit what it tastes like. I've no interest in 3. I haven't got time to vape all day. Just can't do it.
To be fair, it's the regs as well, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. But if it is, then I don't know. I think I definitely, if you're going to go low, I'd go 3 and 6. If you're going to go low, I put 12 and 18 are for the people who, for me, who they get people off cigarettes. That's what gets people off cigarettes.
For any vape business, though, that doesn't do sort of 12 and 18 and sort of quitting, sort of wanting to get off cigarette kits, you cut your nose or spite your face. I really do believe that, because you're not giving everybody the opportunity to do what they're doing. You're just going for that one market.
That's exactly what I mean, Tom. You've nailed it. That's exactly what I mean. I think that you're not... do you know, I'd like to be the company where somebody says, do you know what, you stopped me smoking. I don't think the vanilla with an essence of pear and a touch of vanilla and the underpants of a leprechaun at 3 milligrams going to be, you're not going to get that person say, oh, you really, you know what, you stopped me smoking. I just don't think that's ever going to happen.
No,
I really don't.
But I think there's plenty of legs in somebody wanting to give up if they come in and you give them a 12 milligram and a Nautilus X or something like that. That's probably the first sort of step.
Exactly. I just want to. I do understand the 3 milligram market and understand that, you know, most of my mates have been vaping for years, like you guys, and you're all on 3, and I don't do that because I don't fucking want to. But yeah, I just think it's really important that the vape shops keep up with the 12 and 18s for the people who are going to be using clearing mice and stuff.
Even if they've only got a few flavours in it. I mean, you have some 12 and some 18. Obviously, they're going to sell more 3 than anything else. But a few flavours to give the newbies a chance. A couple of fruit ones, a couple of tobacco ones. Yeah,
what you're also doing there is you're also stopping customers. You get somebody off cigarettes as a shop, and I've worked in shops now for 3.5 years. You get somebody off smoking, they will be your customer for life because you've changed their habits.
Yep, I see the same people in the shop. I see the same people all the time. And the other thing is the people behind the counter go, oh, it's Bob. He's going to have 6 bottles of tobacco and blah 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 blah. Yeah, it just does it.
But they're the majority of vapors out there. We're the minority.
Yeah,
us hobbyists, really. So yeah, they're the people, aren't they?
It's because you stand in the vape shop like something like that, and they've got a pen, and you get asked questions about stuff like this, and they go, how much is it? And you go, no, don't worry about it. It don't matter. You're all right. What you're doing works. Don't worry about it. It really didn't make any difference.
When a smoker comes in, Tom, how long have they got? Have they gone to your shop literally with the intention to quit smoking, or are they just walking past it and they think, oh, I'll have a look?
Majority of the people who walk in and want to stop is they have that mentality to walk in and want to do it, and that's the first thing I mention before going into kits or anything like that. I'll always explain and always thank them and say, well, you've done that. The first step, the hardest part is actually walking in the shop and wanting to give up fucking fags, and that's it at the end of the day, and it gives them the confidence. And I've had people come in the shop and go, well, I don't really want to come in the shop because you're all big guys, you've all got beards, you've all got tattoos, it's kind of intimidating. But I stepped in the shop because it's something I want to do. And that for me is sort of, I'll turn around and smile and go, we are quite a nice people, we will help you and get you off the fags. And you don't really get many people walking in and just going, oh, it's a vape shop, we'll go have a look. They're going in for a reason. It's a very niche sort of market, and they're going in for that reason to stop smoking.
So do you just give them a try on as much stuff as possible?
Yeah, just go run through with them, ask them how much to smoke, sort of ask them what the end goal is, ask them sort of where they want to be at this moment in time. Do you want to stop smoking? I've still got people who come in and dual fuel and they say, I just do it when I go out drinking and I just can't be asked to go outside and whatever. Okay, whatever, that's your choice to do it. But the majority of people, because we do have a market between sort of 18-year-olds, my oldest customer is about 70. And he comes in every week, and we give him lemon and lime and tobacco. That's what he flips between, and I know what he's coming in for every week, and that's bread and butter for me. Is
exactly they're your money.
Yeah, that's it. You know, you don't make massive. The person who's coming in and buying a £200 kit, he's coming in and buying a £200 kit maybe once, twice a month.
Yeah,
that's it. That's what they're doing. But little old Mary who comes in every Friday is my bread and butter. Because she knows what she wants. I get that money every week in and out, and that's bread and butter. And you never ever should forget people stopping smoking, because they're your people who are hopefully
and not only that, they're your new customers. They're new to the business, and they're coming in.
Well, above and beyond all that, Mary coming in and spending her £10 a week, you've changed her life. You've given her another 10 years of life. You know,
and like the thing that keeps because we do. This is absolutely true as well. It doesn't matter because we're not selling shit all. I know you're not allowed to say it helps you quit smoking. You're not actually even allowed to put that you couldn't put that in the window, stop smoking today, because you're not allowed to say it's a cessation device. That's illegal. Yeah. So, but we all know it's the most successful smoking quitting device that's ever existed. Nicorette gum and Nicorette patches, success rate is so low it couldn't be deemed legally. It wouldn't be deemed as a cure of anything. It just wouldn't. In a double-blind test, it would fail. It comes in at less than 5% success rate. So less than 1 in 20 people who tried either patches or gum actually quit. And we know that's not true of vaping. Yet you're not allowed to say it.
Well, what we say is, and I say it a lot, I say you're just replacing another habit.
Oh, yeah, fuck it. Totally. I totally agree with you. And you're allowed to say it. Sorry, Tom, I kind of didn't mean it like that. I mean, you're not allowed to advertise it as such. Right? You're not allowed to stick it on.
I'm allowed to say certain things. It's just at the point of sale, I'm allowed to say I can't grab people in by going.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You can say what you want once they're in, but you can't.
But I rarely say, I would rarely say anyway, I'm going to stop smoking. All I really would say is, I'm changing your habit from smoking to vaping, which is a lot cleaner and a lot healthier for you.
Wouldn't it be great to see on, National No Smoking Day? Wouldn't it be great to see, that, I don't know, that the government said, oh, well, you can knock 10% off. Today, you can do a vendor day and put, quit smoking today and vape, which is unbelievably, you can't say that. Mm-hmm. And you do just think you live in that's fucking crazy.
But it's just freedom of speech.
Just like to say thank you to Edwina Curry for National No Smoking Day. That's for Edwina. She's not watching. She only watches every third show, so it's fine. Anyway, we've kind of done that bit. Richard, your news.
Yes, I've got two talking points. One little bit. There's been a wave of articles and a general consensus amongst vapers that Trump getting in as a Republican with a Republican Senate, a Republican House, is ultimately potentially good for vaping, really good for vaping. which is a mixed. There's a mixed thing there, but the idea is that the Democrats are the really anti. They're the really anti-vaping.
The nanny state.
Yeah, they're the what about the kids? Think of the kids mentality. Whereas the Republicans are very anti-regulation. And I think it's fair enough. I think that there's a certain logic there. Obviously, a caveat to that is Pence. He's going to be the vice president, isn't he? Pence has got a lot of ties to big tobacco and big
Couldn't he be
pharma.
called Sense instead of Pence? Fucking hell, Nick, fuck's sake.
He's very anti-vaping as well. He's very, very anti-vaping.
Yeah, he's helped pass a few very anti-vaping regs already. And so I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like it's too early to say, isn't it? But I just wonder what everyone else is thinking about this whole Trump thing. Just if is that a positive? Is there a light at the end of the tunnel for the American vapors with this?
No, you're delusional if you think it is.
Trump is just a figurehead. He's just there to do what he's told, basically, isn't he?
He's a puppet. He's a puppet.
He is a puppet. They all are. All the presidents are puppets. It's let's not get too political, but it's all fucked.
I will say it's been really weird in the last couple of weeks. We know Obama struggled because he had the House but didn't have the Senate, and now it looks the other way because Trump's got them both. But you've got quite a large problem with that, which is that everyone in the Senate called Trump a fuckwit 2 weeks before.
Yeah, he doesn't really have the Senate, does he? Because they were pretty anti-Trump.
Exactly, yeah. So he hasn't. Yeah, it's really weird. As you quite rightly, the Republicans have got both, but they don't because the Republicans thought you can't take back the times they called him a fuckwit in the month before the election. So,
and all the vaping regs that are coming in at the moment in America are at a state level anyway.
Yeah, and I think that's how they'll carry on. As Tom said, I think anyone who thinks it's going to change is kidding themselves.
I think it's just I wouldn't. I think it's good to stay positive, but I wouldn't rest on this notion that having a fully Republican establishment is ideal.
It's the same as people thinking with Brexit that fucking alt regulations are going to change.
Yeah, it is. It's really similar mentality.
Even though
it's mad.
Because we spoke about this on the show before Brexit, and we kind of tried to get people to understand, don't make the vote based on, I mean, the idea that you would make a political decision based on vaping, to that regard, is demented. And it won't make any difference. Somebody tried to post, when we first started the Ideal Home Show, somebody tried to post they put a not Britain First, UKIP thing up, saying, do you know he likes vape? Fuck, I don't give a shit. I don't care. What the fuck off. I don't care. Why are you changing
similar? You've got to look at it as being very similar that there's discontent in the electorate in the UK and in America, and these are Brexit and voting Trump has been the two fingers up to the establishment, isn't it? Basically,
yeah. But I think two fingers up is not that. That's not. But all I mean is, don't make your decision based on vaping. No. That's nuts. But anyway, yeah, it doesn't make any difference, and you're quite right. The comparison is there.
And I was also just going to throw in as well. There's been in the UK, there's been several juice companies making official statements this week as well, due to the TPD, Vape Hype, Grumpy, Vape Swag, Chuff Stuff, Strawberry Fields.
Grumpy just came out just as we started, just as we went live, and they're going to go into kit rather than, they're not going through the TPD, so they're going to do exactly what we said. Very similar to Vaping King, where you're going to be a kit.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good news.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so Vape Hype, Josh Williams at Vape Hype, Jamie Hepburn at Vape Swag, Simon Sawyers, and Heather at Chuff Stuff.
Yeah.
They've all decided to go. And I did a little thing about this yesterday. I typed a comment about it. But you know, most of these guys are my mates, and they're absolutely brilliant. Simon and Jamie and Josh, I know really, really well, and I'm really gutted to see them go because I just think they're really nice blokes, and they every time I've done a raffle of any kind, they're the first to give me a shit ton of liquid to give away for all these things, and they are really, really nice blokes. So it's a real shame to see them go.
Yeah.
And what I would say with that as well, reason to bring it up, obviously, you know, our thoughts with them on that, and they've been a credit and all that stuff. But also, as you guys watching, go and check out their websites because they're doing some crazy discounts at the moment on all their juices.
Dumford. Sorry, there's the last one. Chris
Dumford's, yes.
Dumford's has got one, and the code is fuck the TPD is the code for 40% off.
40%. So they're all doing stuff like that. So
yeah, Heather's got an offer. Yeah.
Because I don't want to see loads of threads in about a month saying I've run out of this and it's not coming back. So stock up while it's cheap.
Yeah, go get it because it's all going tomorrow. So
so there's that. We'll see what unfolds with that. I think quite a few people will go down the kit route. I know Heather at Chuv has said they're not gone. They're considering their options a bit, and I think a few of them are like that, aren't they?
Yeah.
But it's still worth getting your fills just in case. And then another talking point, and the king of talking points, I don't know why. I think it's because it's low hanging fruit. Celebrities vaping. Just wondered what everyone's take on the celebrity vaping thing. And the reason this came up was on UK Vapors Forum that I go on quite a lot. There was footage from the Grand Tour, which is like the new Top Gear. And it was Richard Hammond vaping, and he had a semi-proper setup, and he was vaping away on there. And it was this idea again that keeps coming round and round: celebrity vaping. Is it a help or a hindrance? You know, just wondering if anyone's got a take on that.
You know, if they're smokers and they're vaping, then it's got to be all right, isn't it? You know, does it help vaping? I can't see that it can hurt really if you've got semi-sensible people, because some of these celebrities have got brains. Not many, but the odd few have.
I think
the most famous vaping incident I can think of was it Leonardo DiCaprio was vaping?
On the boat, John.
No, in the actual.
Was it the Oscars or the BAFTAs or something?
Oh,
yeah, he was sitting in the audience of the Oscars vaping.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a fellow in the European Parliament as well having a vape up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been a few.
What Rick said, I think 90% of the time it's a good thing. I think you've got an example of somebody doing it not so well.
Yeah, well,
I think the biggest celebrity I've seen in vaping has been that Ralph off of that Google box.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't watch that.
Yeah, he's a proper vapor.
He's been vaping for years. He was one of the first vapors I saw on TV. Oh, Ralph.
Do you all watch it, Tom? Do you watch it as well?
Gogglebox.
Yeah.
No, but I know exactly what he's talking about.
Do you really? See, I have no idea. We have a rule in my house, which is if I think it's shit, my missus don't watch it. If she thinks it's shit,
I think we ought to try and get Ralph on the show.
This is partly my point as well. Is there a way that advocacy groups could, in some way, somehow, get in touch with agent or the person themselves?
Have you ever seen an advocacy group do anything?
I get that, but do you know what my argument is? Is who's paying the fucking check for it? Because they ain't going to do it for free.
We're setting up we're giving
him some proper gear.
But an advocacy group could, I'm sure, grasp enough pennies to get them a nice setup with a lovely little letter explaining the situation.
I go back to what I just said, and Rick said it the other day as well. I've never seen them do anything ever. So I've never seen an advocacy group do anything.
Yeah.
So
These are the sort of angles I'd like to see.
They make a bloody good T-shirt, though.
You know what? If these celebrities who are vapors do feel passionate about vaping, it may not even be a case of giving them money to do something, because they may actually give a monkeys about vaping.
Yeah. Well, there is that chance there. But if there's a way of indoctrinating them, the two examples of the bad side of a celebrity vapor are or potentially bad. There was Sarah Silverman, who was on the red carpet for, I think it was BAFTAs, or it might have been the Globes, and some wacky presenter asked her what she had in her handbag, and she had an e-cig in her handbag, and it had CBD in the e-cig, and she suggested that she be blazing up on that to get through the tedium of the awards, and that's not great, because that sort of creates a 10 million people watching that, not sure what e-cigs are about, think, oh, that's what they're for then. So that's a potential negative. And then also a potential negative, there was a lot of pictures of Justin Bieber coming out of a vape shop in a proper vape shop in America.
Yeah.
And I guess, is there a chance that someone like Justin Bieber with such a young fan base could popularize vaping with the wrong crowd as well? I don't know.
It's always been, is there a right and is there a right and wrong? I mean, there is a wrong crowd, as in too young. I totally agree.
But his crowd is very young, isn't it?
Yeah. As I said, I think 90% of the celebrity endorsements fine, but you do get the odd one that's a fuckwit. I think that's just. See, I really like Sarah Silverman, and
I really like Sarah Silverman,
and we know that for some well, no, I was going to say for some unknown reason that marijuana is becoming legal in America. No, for a very good tax reason. Marijuana is becoming legal in America. I'd really sound like a pensioner when you say marijuana is becoming legal in America. Weed, isn't it, is becoming well legal, but yeah, they're doing that. So yeah, I don't think that makes any difference, the CBD thing. But I get what you mean. Like in the UK, we cringe on that instantly.
Yeah, I just.
Have any of you guys seen the movie Grimsby?
No.
In the opening scene on the film of Grimsby, basically it's a film about a rundown family. It's Ali G, Sacha Baron Cohen, and he's doing a thing about a rundown family. And as the kid, he's got like 10 kids, and they're carrying this mattress upstairs. And the little lad says, "I'm out of breath." He says, "You shouldn't stop smoking them 20 fags." He said, "At your age, you should be vaping." And the kid's about 10.
It's quality, but yeah. So no, just I don't know. Maybe chat will have some ideas on it. But I would like to see an advocacy group get the guy from Gogglebox on this show.
Let's work on it. Let's get Ralph on. We need Ralph.
You have to tell me who he is.
One really nice thing is if it helped normalise vaping, because I still get looked at like an alien sometimes.
Yeah.
It's not only Ralph that vapes on Gogglebox. There's also that fella who's friends with an older lady.
The older lady, yeah, he sits there with
He sits there and has a little
listen,
vape on his
listen to Tom. Listen to Tom. He only barely watched it. He knows all the characters.
Tom knows them all.
I love it, me, because I don't watch broadcast telly.
I don't watch broadcast TV. That's why I don't know what the fuck it is.
It's like a meal in Peel, though. It's an entire week's telly in one show.
It is the rundown of the week, isn't it?
As soon as somebody said it's people, you watch people watching TV. I'm out.
I think you'd like it.
No, mate, that's what's good about it. It's
I
great.
think you'd like it, John.
You would like it, John.
Not watching it now out of protest.
That's your homework, John.
No.
Okay, so that's pretty much me. Tom, have you got any bits and bats? Opened up any facilities this week?
Well, just give you a little update on TYV. We aren't going to be doing nick shots. We're going to go through the TPD properly. We've already got our ECID numbers. We are currently building our own clean room to the standard of ISO 7.
iOS? Standard of iOS?
ISO, iOS, ISO 7. That's currently being built, which is a lot of work, but pretty fun. And we are opening 2 more shops as well. So we're having 2 more shops in Leeds. So we're kind of busy at the moment at TYV.
So what's the thinking? So are you going back to manufacturing your own?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, we are. We currently had outsourced. We had problems with the outsourcing company we used. Won't name any names, but yes, we had a few issues. We'd always rectify the issues when we'd had issues. And then we just thought it was about time, with the TVD going through, that we decided it'd be best to not make less fuck-ups and do it ourselves. So we've just invested in doing a clean room.
And are you going to do other people's juice as well?
That's something we are thinking about in the future. At this minute in time, with obviously the regs going through and that we want to.
I don't know what you just did then, but it really improved your sound when you moved your arms.
How about now?
No, it's shitting.
So, no, sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
So we're gonna do other people's juices in the future, but we want to concentrate sort of on our own thing, especially with the regs and stuff. You know, sort of getting everything to where people want us to be, and then we'll see what the future holds.
It's a manufacturing facility, not a testing facility.
It's a manufacturing facility, yes.
Yeah, right.
Yes,
Very
we
cool.
do outsource our testing. It is done by there's only 2 companies. I don't know the name of them that are actually MHRA approved. We're using one of them companies. It's costing us a fucking fortune, but we want to do it properly to make sure that we do it correctly.
That's really great to hear. I mean, it's great to hear that the Yorkshire Vape is kind of coming through. Absolutely, yeah. We've had kind of tried to mix it up a bit with the vendors that are going and struggling, who are leaving the market, and the ones who are coming through with different. You know, a couple of them like Grumpy and Vaping King are coming through with kits, and our TYC are going to get everything tested. And I think it's, as I said the other week, I'm not against closed systems. One of the chap who was calling me all sorts of names the other day also said that I don't have to worry about the tobacco company, Big Tobacco. They're not the problem. Yeah, that's true. Again, that's for you. Seriously, the guys who are left, their juice, buy their liquids. People like TYC and Vaping King and Grumpy, if they're liquids that you like, get invest in them, because they're really investing in the business, and I really think they are. I think it's really important to get behind the cottage industry in the UK, because I don't want to be vaping British American tobacco cherry next year. I just don't.
Yeah, I agree with that. I just it's good and it's a bad. There's good and bad things about the regulations. It's going to stop people who are actually don't really give a fuck about the industry. People who want to sort of get and carry on in the industry. You know, sort of like Grumpy saying they're going to do mixing kits, same as Billy. You know, at the end of the day, they're trying to do something to try keep in the industry, try keeping the sort of flow of their juice they've got. And if there is sort of things in the regs they can do to bypass it, then fucking good on them.
Yeah. And Peter Grump and doing it. TYC. Let's get behind these companies that are carrying on as well, and make it worth their while.
I think they're a credit, for pushing forward with the regs, following the regs. It's good. It's a mix. We're going to need both, aren't we? We're going to need these, small one-man bands, and we're going to need like TYV.
Yeah. I just saw that we've got one of our regular viewers, Nipples, is in chat, and she commented on last week's video and said, government in its efforts to safeguard and control juice and nick have created an even more dangerous problem, in my opinion.
Agree.
Agree on everyone is
black market,
responsible when it comes to keeping said substances away from little ones, not making excuses or excusing any, but we've all heard the stories. That being said, if nicotine is to be shipped or sold, not pre-mixed but separately, we shall now have to keep it in its purest form, lying around. But do hold at the end of this. People can be lazy, and in that aforementioned group is careless to begin with, and now we cannot buy pre-mixed juices. It just worries me. And I commented back, I agree that it does add a danger, although in the UK, the maximum nicotine content on a concentrate will be 20 milligram, but it won't be. It'll be more like 18 because nobody's going to be making 20 in case, because if you tested it, it was 20.1, you'd be breaking the law. So it's not, it's going to be about 18. And a lethal dose of that level, 18 milligram, would be massive. Even for a child, you would have to consume a shit ton more than 10 mil. Tom, what you started vaping about when I did, about 4 years ago?
Yeah, 4.5 years ago.
About 4.5 years ago. And Rick, you're about 3 years in, aren't you? Rick's dead. Yeah, he's died. No, he's poor.
He's doing the mannequin challenge.
He's doing the mannequin challenge. Richard, you've been vaping for about 3 years, haven't you?
Three and a bit, yeah.
3 and a bit. And in that time, do you remember when we were all terrified of nicotine? You know, if you dripped it on you when you were filling something
Yeah, because people said their skin fell off.
Yeah, it killed you.
Yeah, yeah.
You'd absorb it instantly. We'd all drop dead. I take you 18 milligram liquid, even in a child at 10 mil at that level. Don't kid yourself. It's not in its purest form. I'm definitely not advocating giving children nicotine, but the lethal level, the lethal dose at that level is a lot of nicotine. A lot. You'd need a lot. You'd need about 100 mil at 18.
Well,
Yeah.
I believe anyway is if you leave sort of an e-cigarette product anywhere near a child anyway, you don't deserve to fucking vape.
Oh, you're
anyway.
a fucking idiot.
Just put it
I'm
away.
definitely not saying you're not a fucking idiot, but we have to
I
be
just wanted to make that sure. John.
totally agree. But we have to kind of, there's a line to tread where we don't go back to, as I said, I remember filling up my like C5 type thing or a P3 and like dripping a bit on my thumb and then running under the tap. I'm going to die. I've got some Coke flavour. 15 it's all I'm going to die. Yeah, and we're not. That's daft. Yeah, and that was all I said because so we're not sending nicotine out in its purest form.
Well, let's be realistic. We've all got bleach underneath our fucking sink, and that's definitely more lethal than 18 milligram Nick.
Oh, absolutely. And if you've got kids, as you quite rightly said, you are everything you're watching out for. You know, you've got knives and bleach and and you are a fuckwit if you're leaving stuff within reach of children. Whatever the fuck it is, you are a moron. But fuckwits have kids too. Actually, more often than not, it turns out. But yeah, so I was just trying to point out because Nipple said that. She's just commented in chat. True, but bleach makers don't have the government trying to impose restrictions. That's quite true, actually. And probably 10 milliliters of bleach is going to probably do you a fuck ton more damage.
The trouble with bleach is it's they're attracting to kids, aren't they, with those lemon flavors? Because I've been tempted to have a little taste of that.
Summer fruits, bit around the rim, and then it's all right.
I've had juice that's tastes a bit worse than that in the past.
I can't believe it's not a juice company that doesn't come in a toilet duck bottle.
Against the regs, it's not 10 mil.
There used to be a goose neck, didn't there? You could get that.
So I guess then it is you, Rick. You got any news? Rick, are you gone again?
You died on us again.
Sorry?
Oh, you back?
You died on us again.
You back? So, Tom, how's they doing, lad? You've been that way, didn't you, guys? It's the Yorkshire takeover.
Yeah, I think they've both took us. They both left us.
I'm back.
Hey.
Right, okay. Sorry. I'm just fiddle-arsing around with this draw. I'll do it in a minute. I'll do it after my quick bit of news, if that's all right.
That's what you're doing. Fair play.
Yeah, I'm behind the scenes, beavering away. Right, firstly, I'd like to give a big shout out to my friend. I went to school with this fella. His name's Dean King, and he's opening up a new vape shop tomorrow, and I'm going to go along and say hello. And that is JT's in Tunbridge Wells. I was walking past the other day, and I saw somebody on their hands and knees in a shop doing it up, and I realised it was Dean, and he's opened a shop in my town. So good on you, Dean. I will come and see you and Sam tomorrow afternoon in the shop. So yeah, good luck to you.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah. Somebody earlier, just about an hour before the show, actually, I put a post up. They were saying about buying nicotine because obviously the strength is coming down on what you can buy to 20 milligrams. So I put a picture up of my well-stocked freezer, which currently has about a gallon of 72 milligram nicotine in little brown bottles. And he said, why don't you talk about storing nicotine for people who want to look after themselves? And I thought I'd just quickly mention what I have done and what you can do yourself. You've got about 3 days. I don't know. They might be able to sell stronger stuff for a bit longer, but eventually you're only going to be able to buy 20 milligram strength. I spent about 100 quid and I bought a gallon of 72 milligram nicotine in PG. And there's a good reason for buying it in PG is it's got a 10-year shelf life. And I decanted it into little brown bottles with as little amount of air as possible with the lid, when the lid's on, and I store them in my freezer, and I should be good for 10 years with that lot. So if you think you're going to need some nicotine in the future, I'd suggest getting stocked up before the grandfather date. I'm not sure when that is. What's that, March, is it, or something like that, Tom?
Yeah.
You know, May, is it? Yeah. And they'll still sell it. You'll hopefully be able to get 72 milligram up until May, but you know, this stuff lasts for 10 years. It probably lasts longer, to be perfectly honest. So I'd suggest stocking up. But yeah, get your nick. What was it? Dark Star. That's where I got mine from. Okay. Yeah, a couple of things in the news that are quite... I won't even say they're funny because they're not funny.
Come on, we need something funny. Just make it funny.
Oh, a bit funny. Okay, yeah. Okay.
I've
got some really serious news to tell you in case you didn't know, but flavoured e-cigarettes contain carcinogens. Even a puff of some flavoured e-cigarettes contain dangerous levels of hazardous chemicals known to cause cancer in humans. And they know this, and that's from in India. They've got, you know. So, yeah, loads of crap coming out of India where they're just trying to keep everyone smoking. They've got loads of people. They probably want to kill a few off, don't they, over there?
It's quite. They have a different. They have a very similar thing from our perspective as they do in America. Things laws are statewide, aren't they? So in India, there are states where the sale of e-cigarettes is illegal and the use of e-cigarettes are illegal, and there are the majority of states it's legal to use and sell. But I think there are 3 states in India where it's illegal. Very weird.
Oh, I don't know. I just know that it's just massively corrupt.
Yeah, they want to. It's like Thailand and Cambodia. People, you get a lot more tax from killing people with tobacco than you do with vape. So keep killing.
In Thailand, in certain places in Thailand, you can buy it, but you can't use it.
No, you can't even buy it. It is illegal everywhere. You can buy it. It is there, but it's illegal. But it's illegal to copyright DVDs. You can buy them at every other shop. So.
But no, it's not only India that are massively corrupt, or they're either corrupt or they're stupid. Probably a bit of both. But the Sun as well. The Sun has got in on it, and this is the headline of their article. We'll put the links in the group there. E6 can kill just one puff. I said this already, haven't I? Oh no, they've just copied them basically. E6 can kill just one puff of flavoured e-cigarette vapor contains dangerous levels of cancer-causing chemicals. Just one drag on a flavoured e-cigarette exposes a smoker to unacceptably high levels of cancer-causing chemicals, experts warned today.
Did you say that was the Sun?
Yeah.
Comic book.
Hey, they're all fucking comic books, really, aren't they? These papers.
From the north, they fucking hate the Sun. Once you get
There's only one good thing about the Sun, but yeah, moving on.
They're not allowed that anymore, either.
That's 2.
That's fucking banned and all now.
They made that up. No, that made that up. They made it up for more advertising.
What's this? Oh, yeah, we're going to touch on this quickly, aren't we? About the press statement from the FDA to shut down Totally Wicked. Yeah, I'd just like to say, you know, we knock advocates. We don't knock advocates. We think I do anyway. I know that their heart's in the right place and they've got good intentions. It's just they've gone about it wrong. But they're totally wicked. As much as we like to moan about them, they've done more for advocacy and or tried their hardest to fight.
Yeah, but we don't knock them. I don't think we, especially TW and their ilk, Liberty Flights and Co. They're not aimed at us. They're aimed at people who are just getting on to vaping, and they've done a great job of what they do. They charge too much, but for what we'd pay. But the amount of people who we all know, we all bought from them when we first started vaping, and TW have totally wicked have reinvested that back into the industry by trying to fight the TPD and in America with this latest thing as well. So no, I'm not knocking. I don't want to knock them at all.
No, I don't. I'm just saying that, you know, we all sort of started with them and then we stopped buying from them pretty quickly, didn't we? But that's because we got a bit more into it. But for noobs,
as we said with Tom and the vaping shop thing, I think you've always got respect for people who stop you smoking.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've got big respect for the fact that they've invested money, time. It may be to protect their business, which is fair enough, but they are about they're the only people that have really gone at it, in my opinion.
To be fair as well, they had a few ropey people, didn't they, at the top level there, but they've actually whittled those out. So,
to be honest, they're the only fucking company that's got that sort of money to put into it. Nobody really else has got that money.
Yeah. But they did it as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. They had a couple of loons, you know, but they seem to have got rid of those. They seem on point now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, good.
We've run out of steam. What's next?
Oh,
has Rick paused again?
He seems to be doing that.
He's doing the mannequin thing again. He's doing it really well.
Unless he's made the most.
My internet keeps dropping out. Sorry.
Hello.
I don't know what's going on. I keep just hearing C3PO. I can't hear anything.
On dial-up.
Yeah, 56k modem.
And he keeps running in and putting 10p in him. That's what it is.
I'm on the ZX Spectrum, Tom.
Not my fucking phone, my bad.
But no, what else? What's next? What we got going on next?
I think we've got Richard's troll. Oh no! We've got E6 can kill in just one puff. I think you're good. Oh, you've done that.
I've done that.
Sorry. Yeah, you're okay. So we've got Richard's troll of the week.
I'm clipping that. Are you all right to stick them up, Rick?
No, I'm doing something else.
All right. So
no, go on. Go on, then. Just for you, Richard. Yeah,
I'll just sign.
You have to give me 5 minutes after this though, before I do showcase or after showcase.
Yeah, don't
Can't
worry.
wait for showcase. It's my favourite part. Show that.
I'll sing a song in the pub style.
Okay. Right, here we go. So let's not present now. I won't present it. Oh, I am presenting it. Okay, sorry. I've been a bit quick there.
Okay, this one is not a troll. This is a fan of both my channel and the Ideal Home Show, a regular viewer, and I thought this was a really nice comment. And I haven't had a lot of troll comments is one thing, but I also thought this was too good a comment not to post up. Oh, there we go. So Inkitata said, just got back from my mum's funeral, so I'm pissed and upset. Thanks for this vlog, mate. Unbeknownst to you and the Omis, you've helped me through this really shitty time. Thank you so much. Love to you all. Cheers for a bit of normality. So shout out to him.
Oh, that's lovely to see, man. Good on you, Ink.
Bless him.
That's really nice. Isn't it? I think that's really cool.
It's lovely to get nice comments like that once in a while. Yeah, good on you, man.
Yeah,
So
really,
big shout out to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Next one. This
fucking hell, not this twat.
This one was Todd's commented on my previous vlog, and you guys have been in Hangouts and you've seen my cat when my cat invades my room. He's a horrible bastard.
That Todd, he's a vicious but. Oh, the cat or Todd?
The cat.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Todd. He's a horrible bastard.
So he, so he snuck in.
He's got a dark side to him, Todd. I've got to say.
Yeah.
He's vicious.
Yeah. So the cat snuck into my vlog, and I had to sort of hoist him a little bit out of the room. Mark was concerned, and I think I must have been drinking because he put, "Just how far did you throw the cat?" Actually, shall I do an impression?
Yeah, but yeah, go.
What? Put the picture back up.
Well, no, you've got to do the impression because you won't be
I'll
able to
see
see
the
it.
impression. And you got a cat there you can kick or something.
No, I was gonna do Mark's, but I can't read it if I can't
Oh,
see
right,
it.
yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Mark's
what
voice.
impression. Okay,
Bring it back.
sorry.
Bring it back. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm sharing
Oh,
it
you
now. There.
fuck nugget.
We thought you were going to do the impression of throwing the cat, not Mark's voice.
No, I didn't. I know I didn't rugby ball throw it or anything like
Right,
that. It was just a
go
very
on.
gentle usher.
We
out.
definitely want to hear it now.
I have to start by saying, "Hey guys, Todd here.
Oh, brilliant, man. That's good.
Just how far did you throw the cat?"
It went a bit. It went.
It went
hard.
hard. It's really hard. It's really hard. It's really hard. And so I put it died, sad face. Not really, lol. It's fine. Then I put meow. See.
Did that placate our Scottish friend?
No, I'd send him a picture of the cat.
Oh yeah, to prove it. Yeah, to prove it.
And then very last from the wider web.
Okay.
This one is this one's from the Lion King Circle of Life song.
I've got. Can I just before you say about this one? Whenever this comes on, the Circle of Life, there used to be a sketch once on a show, and it was the Circle of Shite.
Thanks, mate.
And it's instantly what you always think of now.
Done.
Yeah, so the song, it's the song Circle of Life from The Lion King, which is obviously about the food chain. Corey Vaughan points out it's pretty easy for Simba and Mufasa to be singing about the Circle of Life when they're the ones on the top of the food chain. I bet those zebras hate that song. To be fair, though, it's Elton John singing that song. Mufasa and Simba, they aren't. You know, it's not a musical.
Can't sing. They can't sing. They're animals.
It's not Les Miserables, is it?
Nah, it's
This is
stupid.
back-
Even
it's
to
back
think
down.
that animals could sing anyway, it's just daft.
Yeah. So you're miles off the mark, but he got a lot of thumbs up for that. So fair play.
I only got 38 million views on that as well. That one. Oh no, that was the life song though, wasn't it?
Yeah. So that's Troll Corner week. Oh, Troll of the Week.
Just from chat. John Malcolm went with Mark's not Welsh. Foxy went Todd's not Irish.
Yeah, I thought it had an Irish lilt to it.
Well, I
can
think
only
that is
I
that
can only do
moving
that
on.
bit.
What bit? That's what bit?
I can only do the bit he says. I don't know how he pronounced other words.
I thought you did that quite well, to be perfectly honest. So fair play to you. Good on you. But anyway,
So is it the giveaway or is it showcase?
does that tell you?
Oh,
Oh,
That only means one thing when you hear the tune. When you hear that, you know what's coming. And that is a wonderful mod showcase of the week. And I've got two lovely mods to show you this week. And the first one, I've only got one picture, but it's from a guy called Lee McAndrew, and he's age 7 3/4.
Oh,
And he done a lovely mod that I just thought I'd better share it. And here it is. You know, it's honest, it's decent, it's real wood, and I like it. So I thought I'd share it.
It's very much like the kind of thing.
Limelight Mechanics.
There you go, Limelight. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the solid whole face covered there, hasn't he? But it's great, isn't it? I think it's what more do you want?
I'd like to see I'd like to see the arse of that one.
I would as well. I'd like to see the back of that.
Yeah,
But Fortunately, he didn't share the other photos, but that's Lee McAndrew, and I think that's really nice. Really like that.
He's got a lovely tea, coffee, and sugar decanter at the back there.
He has got butterflies on it as well.
Yeah,
So that's
beautiful.
really nice. Yeah. Next up, somebody we all know and love on the show, and that is Mike Dakus.
Oh, we definitely like Mike. I want to be
And he
like
made this
Mike.
very simple little green slime mod.
It looks like jade, doesn't it?
Yeah, but you know what? This is just honest and decent, you know, and it's just a simple, unregulated MOSFET single battery.
He's given that a lovely polish.
He's shined it up.
Micro mesh or something.
It's even got a little bit of wood in there. Little bit. Not
Oh,
much.
yeah, just on the side.
Oh, is it good?
How old is he, Rick?
He's a 6 3/4.
That's impressive for that.
It is, isn't
It
it?
is. He must have had some help, but
Do you know what the wood is in it?
it's a pine cone by the looks of it, actually,
Oh.
to me. But I really like it. I mean, it's tidy, it's small, it's got a nice.
We just adore Mike anyway.
We love Mike Dakus. Yeah.
Green
And
mods
so
are so
does
hot right now.
Every Omi will love Mike Dakus because he
He
if
is.
you don't know,
Oh,
he makes the vinyls that everybody enjoys.
he
So,
makes the vinyls, the shiners, the neonals. That's really tiny as well, isn't it?
yeah, it is. I mean, it's the size of a it's the size of a battery and a little, not much more really. So
Oh.
I can't see the top of it, can I? There we go. Yeah, it's probably about 90 mil higher. And
So, is it a mech?
Yeah.
well, no, it's not a mech. It's I wouldn't have thought he'd make that a mech. I would say that'd be a MOSFET build.
Oh, MOSFET. Okay.
It's still an unregulated, single battery mod,
Lovely mod, man.
but it works, So yeah,
That
good
is-
on you, Mike. That's very, very, very nice.
That's a classy night out kind of mod, isn't it?
It's very green.
Very pretty.
And that's the end of Mod Showcase. So thank you ever so much for watching. And if you've got a nice mod to show, put it on the group. We might even put it on the show.
Put it on the show. Yeah, we definitely want to see it. And we're going to go with a randomizer, aren't we?
Not yet. I'm not ready.
He's not ready. Right, we're going to do filler.
Filler. Do a filler.
Who
and
likes Michael Jackson? I love him. I think he's
I'm
brilliant.
going off for 2 minutes because I'm nearly
Musical
done.
hero. What are we going to talk about then?
The new shops, Tom. The new shops.
No, let's talk about up and coming events next year. And
Oh, that's a good idea, actually. I thought of that earlier. We're already booked in for Jam. You're booked in for Jam, aren't you, Tom?
I thought you were going to talk about flavour atties.
Oh, we're not. We're going to save it because that's a nice long one. But we're going to
okay.
talk about this right now. Carry on with what you're doing. Jesus. Tom and the Vape Talk UK, are you all booked in for Jam?
I believe so. I don't know if I think Rick's going to be working it.
Fucking hell, Craig's here. He's won his MMA fight. Oh, he's just come on and fucked off. Carry on.
Yeah, I think we're all booked in for that, but I think we're all working it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because all the
Yeah,
new cast
we all like
work
to
in
drink
shops,
after,
don't
so
you?
it doesn't really matter. Don't really matter. We all enjoy a drink after, so
Oh,
we
yeah,
all
we'll be
have a
there.
nice drink
Yeah,
after.
and all the Omis are booked up for Jam, and we'll book up for Expo in the next couple of days. Yes, Richard?
The prices of the hotels,
Yes.
if you don't get them booked in, are ridiculous.
Yeah.
You've got an all new cast as well of the VT UKs. For
We
anyone
have.
that's not caught up with that, you got 2 new guys.
Yeah, we've got Stuart, who's just your average vapor, does work in a store, but he's just your average vapor, really, really cool guy, down to earth. And we've got Mr. Mark Nolan from Vape-esque. We're doing really well with the 2 new boys. A lot of banter. I'm enjoying it. That's just the main thing. We all do it. You guys do this show, we do our show, and we just enjoy it for the fun of it. And it's what it's meant to be. Craig, you're a wanker and all.
Hello,
Let's get a check-in from Craig.
you are?
Hey!
Hey.
How did you win the MMA fight?
Yeah, I did, mate. Yeah,
Good.
yeah. I
Look
think
at how many tops have you got on?
fucking loads. I got
Warm in Derby.
right. I got to Derby Station about 20 to 5, and I was early. My train wasn't leaving till 10 past. Then it got delayed. for 20 minutes. Then I got to Telford and it was delayed for 25 minutes. And then I got
Did this seem like an interesting story at the time?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. Yeah. And then I got to Lichfield, and they'd cancelled the fucking train from Lichfield, the outskirts of Lichfield. So I jumped in some cab, and the driver goes, I'm already booked, mate. I'm just waiting for the guy to turn up. And I went, well, wherever he's going, I'll pay for you, and I'll pay for for him, and I'll pay for me. And it's like, yeah, all right. So he was kind of, yeah.
I mean, it must be cold up there, Craig, isn't it?
Yeah, it was standing on fucking train station.
It's like a walking, talking sleeping bag. It's
I am. I've got a shirt, I've got my hoodie, and I've got my.
Have you been playing that competition? How many layers you can get on?
Yeah, I'd easily win it. I would. And I've got a burger.
Hey.
That's not an M&S burger, though, is it?
No, this is a celebratory kicked ass burger. This one.
That's a dirty burger. That's what
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So did you win your fight then?
I did. Yeah, I won my fight against Sharon McGregor. Yeah.
Connor's sister.
Connor's tougher sister.
I like it.
So, yeah, if you're watching this, Connor, I like you.
Yeah,
really.
like that's going to happen.
Yeah.
If you're watching this, Connor, come on the fucking show.
What are you doing?
I've got it all sorted. If we want to do this, fellas.
Yay! Let's go for it. We're going to do. Rick had the idea of doing a live giveaway tonight, Craig, and it was only for live viewers.
Yeah.
Yes, and yeah. What? Let me just bring it up again. What it was for, should I? So we can see what we're doing.
Yep.
So yeah, we had. Well, it just went mental as soon as I posted that. So what we are doing, or what Code Vapors is doing, is they're giving away a nice little every juice in their range to one lucky iOS viewer.
Yeah.
So this is what you were playing for, and we've had 71 entries.
Fucking odd. It's good.
Yeah, it filled up quite quickly, and I've got them all now. So let me just screen share the randomizer. And what we do? How many should we do? How do we do that? 3. 3, right? Yeah.
Sure, it's random the first time.
It is, but it's not, it gets people going, doesn't it? They see their name and then they just realise they've lost again, so it's quite funny.
All right, then. Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, look, I pasted them all in there. I've got them all sorted, all in order. Here they all are, and we're going to do it on the third draw. It's going to be the top person on the third.
We're going to do the first of third.
The first on the third draw, yeah. So best of luck, everyone. Let's do the first one. All right, number 1, randomise.
Oh, you haven't won.
Sorry, Robert, you didn't win.
Well, it could do.
Bob White, no, not you either, mate. But this person, next one, is the winner. So best of luck. Craig Badger Turnbull.
Craig Badger Turnbull, you are the winner.
Is that your badger, Tom?
No.
Craig Badger Turnbull, you have won that. So yeah, if you could PM me, Craig, send me your details. I'll put you in touch with Nikos at Code Vapors, and he will send you that selection of lovely juices.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well done, mate. Good on you.
That's great. What a great way to end the show.
No, I've got to say thank you to Tom for coming on and covering for me while I was kicking.
No worries, mate.
Yeah,
I'm glad you won your fight.
Thank you very much for coming on, Tom.
Yeah, cheers, Tommy.
Anytime, boys.
Looking forward to seeing you at a jam and expo and all that shit.
Yeah,
all the good stuff in the new year. Yeah.
It's nearly fucking Christmas now.
No, shut up. I fucking hate Christmas.
Not fucking November.
Remember what it's all about. Magical Christmases.
Thank everyone for watching. This has been the Ideal Home Show. We will catch you all next week and get on the group and have some fun. See you later.
Yeah.
See you later. Bye-bye.